السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا يوافي نعمة كافي مزيدا. آمنت بالله العظيم وكفرت بالجبت والطاغوت واستمسكت بالأمة الوثقى انفصام على الصغير العليم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكون من الخاسرين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وسلم. Jazakallah for everyone that's come on time. There's a few students running late. There's a few students missing from online. Punctuality is very important. We can wait up to 5 minutes. We are always having technical issues and Maghrib's getting late. But more than 5 minutes is a bit unfair to the rest of the students. We have to try to be on time. Also with regard to the homework, I do understand that people are busy. But homework was given on Thursday night and half the class haven't submitted some form of homework, whether it was the one sheet or the other sheet. Whatever your excuse is, we are monitoring homework. So if you're not doing it, just know that we are going to monitor it. And if there's some parts that you don't understand, it's only yourself to blame. Because if you don't do the homework, and we're moving up to the next step, because remember, we're teaching in building blocks for foundation. So if you keep missing out, missing class, missing on the homework, it's not going to be us to blame, but inshallah ta'ala, try and make it where you can allocate time for yourself. I know it's hard. That's why we try not to give too much homework in the week. We will leave it for the Thursday night so you can do it on the weekend. So inshallah, we're going to be in Quran soon. And yeah, it's going to, I think for now we just leave it as is, leave it up to you. But in Quran, we're going to have to try and be more punctual and more with homework and more attentive, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've done. Let's have a bit of a recap, inshallah ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, this is our 3rd week already. And another 2 weeks, inshallah ta'ala, we should be in the Quran. So let's see how far we've come. We've done already 6 signs of nouns. So I'm just going to share the screen. So, Junaid, thanks for messaging me. Everybody, I just spoke about trying to be on time, inshallah. Okay. Okay, so we've done already the 5 signs of nouns already, alhamdulillah. We're not 100% confident in these 5 signs, but at least we know more or less what it is, how it works in the Quran. We can identify them. The 6th and 7th sign are easy, right? Not to worry. The hardest was the number, adad, right? Brother Salman, what was the poem for adad? Yes. Yeah, I think you must all.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Anyone else want to try? Nice. Ali, aini, una, ina. Ali, aini, tani, tani. Una, ina, atun, atin. Are the ladies saying it? Fatma? Atun, atin, right? So we know what it is. Raf, nas, right? Okay, so we got that, right? So let's have a look. So we've done, let's just look, we know what a noun is. Let's get used to some words as well, some Arabic words, right? Nahrun, right? So if you look in your book, just go through it, just read over these words because these words do come up in the Quran. So you've got Nahrun, it's a river, right? Yeah, that comes up a couple of times with Musa alayhi salam's stick. Idrib asaka, Hajar, right? So beautifully, Allah Ta'ala didn't say just He will do things. You've got to do something for yourself. You've got to make effort. You can't just sit there and sit on the Muslim and say, oh Allah, I want this, I want this, I want this. You've got to make effort. Oh Allah, I want a new car. But you're sitting at home, you don't want to work, right? So Allah Ta'ala made it easy. He told Musa, hit the rock and 12 springs came out of it. The other time he had to hit the sea, Asat al-Bahar.
And then
The sea split. But he didn't go there and just stand there with his stick and say, oh Allah, what do I do now? Allah said, make effort. Haraka. Haraka means to make movement. Hit the sea, and the sea split. So when you do something, it's no point sitting back and say, oh, Allah didn't do this for me, Allah didn't do that for me. You gotta make effort. That will help you, inshallah. Effort and dua. Dua is the one thing that can change your qadar, inshallah ta'ala. Right, so we've got Jamal Muhammad. Just go through these every day, inshallah ta'ala. Right, these words are going to benefit you because when you come in the Quran, you come across these words, it will be in your head already, and you know what they mean. Right, so we've got, the first time we've done is ma'rifa and nakira. Right, ma'rifa and nakira. Ma'rifa and nakira, definite and indefinite. So we have kitab. How do you make that definite? Al-kitab. And indefinite? Kitabun, right? The book, a book. Easy, right? Next we have is gender. How do you identify gender, Ishtihad?
This is the last word is ending with asra.
Gender. Male or female?
Yes.
So how, okay, so if it's a female word, how do we know it's a female word? A feminine. Feminine ta? Right? So a feminine ta, right? Okay, so easy, simple. So if we have muallimun, right? And we want to make it a female teacher. Muallimatun. Add a feminine ta, right? Okay, easy. Genitive case. Brother Salman, genitive case. What is genitive case? Majroor. Yeah. If the last word is what? The last letter. Majroor. Remember jar? Nas, ra.
Yes.
So jar is?
Jar is kasra.
Kasra. Easy. Got a kasra on the end, right? Or representing a kasra. What represents a kasra? Sarah, what would represent a kasra, a form of jar? Kasratain, another thing, another word. You won't see the kasra, but there's an addition to it that it's in the state of jar.
Yeah.
Yes, aini. Remember ani? Aini, so ani is rough, aini is, right? Mu'allimun, mu'allimani will be in the state of nasb or jar. Well done. Okay, excellent, well done. Right? And then we've got Brother Hafi. If you look in your book, personal pronouns. So remember in the back of your book, you've got a pocket rocket. A pocket rocket. So you will eventually memorize it, but for now it's in the back of your book. Do you remember your personal pronouns? We have attached and detached, right?
Yes.
Can you run through attached? You can look in your book. The list of can you go with the detached first?
Detached. Okay. Huwa huma hum. Hiya huma hunna. Anta antuma antum. Anti antum antunna. Anti antuma antunna. Ana nahnu.
Beautiful. And then the other one, the other set of attached. Can you do the attached? Brother Hafi?
Sorry, I was speaking while the mic was muted.
Oh,
Sorry, my apologies.
Attached.
Hu huma hun. Ha huma hunna. Ka kuma kum. Ki kuma kunna. Ya na.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now let's say we have these attached pronouns. Brother Zakaria, can we attach a noun or a verb or a particle to it? What can we attach to it? Which one?
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I just missed that question.
Okay, so you have attached pronouns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Brother Hafi read out attached pronouns. Can you attach it to any words? Can you attach it to a verb, a noun, or a pronoun? Is it possible to attach them?
You can with some of them, like they go at the end of the words.
Right. So give me an example of a noun and attach. Say we got a word kitab. Can you attach anything to kitab?
So you can go kitabu buhu. In
And
some
what
of
does
the
that mean?
instances. So rusty on the translating, but his book
Kitab.
maybe.
Yeah, his book.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And then a particle. What can you attach to a particle?
So particle.
So if you look at your pocket rocket, you've got a list of particles there.
Yep, just getting there. Okay. Negative particles, condition particles, genitive particles.
Okay, what attach one and see what happens. Say for example, min.
Min,
Yeah,
yeah,
attach
from.
it to something. What can you attach it to?
Min sayara, from the car.
No, you've got a particle, but now you need to attach it to one of the pronouns. Right? So you've already done a noun. You've done kitabuhu. Now you've got min.
Yep.
If you've got min,
Mm-hmm.
what can you attach it to one of those particles?
Hmm.
Can you attach it to min who?
Minhu, minhuma, minhum.
Right. And what will the meaning be if you attach it to min whom?
Minhum would give you a third person.
Right. But what will the meaning be? From them.
From them, yeah.
Right. So you can attach it. And now what about attaching it to, let's say you attach it to fa'ala. Let's say you got fa'ala.
Mhm.
Right. Can you attach any of those pronouns to fa'ala, or is it not possible?
Not, I don't think you can attach it to any of those pronouns because I haven't come across it in any of our lessons as
Okay.
such.
Okay,
Yeah.
no worries. Sister Zoa, what do you think? Can you attach any of those pronouns to fa'ala? Is it possible?
I think you could. I think you could do fa'alahu.
Fa'alahu. Okay. Right. So how would it translate?
It would translate as he did.
He did it, or he did him. So you can do it either way. So yes, you can attach them to nouns, particles, or verbs. Right. Fataha hu. He opened it. Right? Makes sense? Okay, awesome. Okay, so we're all good with the 5. We've done the verbs, the past tense fi'al madi, and we've done majhoel. Majhoel. Right, let's have a look. Sister Lani, are you able to talk?
Assalamualaikum.
Sam, how are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay,
Sorry, what was the
so let's say, for example, we got fa'ala. Right? This is known. What does fa'ala mean? The meaning of fa'ala.
he did.
Right? He one man did, right? So we've got one person,
He
he
one-
one man did. What if we wanted, he one man was done upon? So it's unknown, we don't know who done it. He one man was done upon. How would we make that?
Fu'ila, I think.
Beautiful, awesome. That becomes fu'ila. Easy. Easy. He one man was done upon, right? So we got Fatima, daraba. What does daraba mean? He one man hit. Now, how do we make it in the unknown state? He one man was hit upon. So same like what Lani did. We had fa'ala, fu'ila, daraba, duriba. Right? The middle one is always a kasra. Kasra. So for example, we take another one. Let's have a look here. Right now, we've got fa'ala. Don't get scared. There's some words, the middle letter might change. So you got fa'ala. Then we have sami'a. Sami'a. Right? Now, let's have a look here. Junaid. Right? So when we had fa'ala, the person was known. How did we change it to unknown? Fu'ila. Now what you're going to do with sami'a? It's got a kasra there. What we're going to do? Now this one's got a fatha ya. Fa'ala became fu'ila. What will happen to sami'a? He, one man, was heard upon. Fluff it. Right. Okay. We don't use logic now. Let's just use the easy. We don't have to think about it. Sumi'a. That's all. Just change the first one, right? Sumi'a. The middle one always stays the same. Daraba, duriba, kharaja, khurija. Make sense? Right. But when it's the noun, it can change. There's different scales for the noun. Fatah, you have to fa'ala, sami'a. There's a few others we'll teach you as we go on. It's not many, it's just a few on a scale, but we'll teach you when we go there. But just to keep you alert of what's happening, right? Okay, mashallah. Right, so today we're moving on to the sixth one. Demonstrative pronouns. Okay. Pretty easy, right? So the sixth sign is a demonstrative pronoun. So same as in English, right? Same as in English, in a conversation, demonstrative pronouns get their perspective from surrounding and possible gestures. In written language, they get a context surrounding the information based on number and proximity. Now, for example, in English, we have this table or these tables, right? Singular and plural, right? Or we have that boy and those boys in English. But what's the difference that we have in Arabic? We have, so we got singular and plural in English, right? Auntie, what have we got in Arabic? We got singular and plural in English. We got dual in Arabic. So we got singular, dual, and plural. Okay. Fine. Okay, singular, dual, and plural in Arabic. So what's singular, dual, and plural now? Why we taught you the Ani scale? Because there we're going to have to utilize it on here. So for example, if we got masculine form and we got singular form, so you've got, for example, you've got Hadha kitabun. This is a book, right? And if you've got two books, who's ready to answer two books? So we got Hadha kitabun. Right? So remember the Ani scale? Hadha kitabun. If we got two books, what is two books in Arabic? Sarah? Sorry? Yes. So we got here Hadani. Hadani kitabun. Kitab? No. So two. What is two books? Okay, what is one book? Remember the two poem? Ani. So Hadani, you got to match it. You can't say these two are one book. Adhani, these two are two books. Kitabani. Right? Adhani, kitabani. So for male, we have Hadha, Adhani, haulai. Hadha for one, Adhani for dual, and haulai for all the books, for everything. Right? But these are close. Kareeb. In Arabic, we say kareeb. So kareeb and ba'id. Close and far. So something that is close, you got what page is it on? No. Page 11. So everyone can open to their note, to their exercise book, page 11 in your textbook. Page 11 in your textbook, you can see there. Hadha, Adhani, haulai. Right? Now what happens if it's a female? So same thing, we've got to match feminine with feminine. So we've got for female, we've got hadihi, hatani, and the plural stays the same. Haulai. So hadihi, sayaratun. Sayaratun, feminine word. Right? Okay, Sister Zuha, what if it's with, so hadihi, sayaratun. This is a car. What if you're going to say these are cars? Sister Zuha?
Would be هاتان سيارتان.
Awesome. As easy as that. Easy as that. Well done. Right? Now that is for near. Now what happens if something is far? That house, that masjid. So you don't say hada, you say dalika. You say dalika, that house. Something that's far, so ba'id, right? Something that is far. Dalika. Dalika. And the most common one you find in the Quran is ulaika. The most common one you find in the Quran, ulaika. Am I right? How many times ulaika comes up? Very often. You don't see much of dalika, danika, tilka, tanika. Mainly you see ulaika. Am I right? And you see dalika, but the majority of time, ulaika. Tilka, you find it few times. Tilka rusulu, juz 3. Right, you find that inshallah in juz 3. So same thing. That boy, right? Hafidh Ridwan, that boy. So boy in Arabic is waladun. So if you want to say that is a boy, you come to your matrix, like Brother Ali calls it a matrix, right? That boy will be
Habibi.
So we want to go far, right? That boy. So you come to your matrix, it's just one boy. So you just look at it, it would be boy is waladun. So what would you do? That is a boy.
ذلك ولد.
Easy. Easy. And those are two boys. You wouldn't use dalika. What would you use then if it's two boys?
ذلك ولد.
Danika.
ذلك ولد.
Okay, one second. No screaming, remember? Yes, to learn. Danika waladun. But you're saying those are boys. That's what you just said. You said Danika, right? You said waladun.
والدة.
Huh?
والدة.
Walidatun. No. Walidun. No. Walidun is a father. It's a parent. Waladun. Remember your poem. Ani, Aini, Tani, Tani. So what Sister Zua done with the car? So she went to Sayaratani. So what would you do?
ذلك.
Danika, yes. Wala.
ولدين.
Waladani. Right. So Waladani.
ولد.
Ani, Aini, Tani, Tani, Una, Ina, Atun, Atin. Those two are two boys. Everything's got to match. The gender's got to match and the number's got to match. Okay, so that's pretty easy.
Okay.
I'm going to hand out a worksheet now. I think everyone online has got their worksheet already. Fill in those and then we'll go through some examples. Let's just see, get used to your handwriting. So the answers are there, but go through it and see how you go, and inshallah ta'ala, write it down, and then we're going to put some examples so you can get more familiar with it. Okay, so write it down. I'll give you a few minutes, inshallah. Write it down from your book. Just practice your handwriting, and then we'll go through a few examples. Yes. Complete it. So practice your idea from the book, and just while you're writing it down, repeat it in your head so you get familiar with these words, right? Close and far, qarib and ba'id. much in a rush today. Yeah. Okay. Pretty sure everyone will be finished by now. Okay, so yeah, don't stress too much while memorizing. It's in your pocket rocket, so you'll be okay. You can always refer to it. Okay, so let's have a look now, right? Okay, so this is what you would have done in your, but I'm sure everybody finished, right? So if you haven't, just look at it. So we've got masculine, hada, hadani, haulai, feminine, hadihi, hatani, haulai, masculine for fa, ba'id, dhalika, dhanika, ulaika, right? Tilka, tanika, ulaika, right? So Brother Hafi was asking me last week about masculine and feminine. So Brother Hafi, so you see here we have ulaika, it's for male and female. So male and female, right? So when we get to the Quran, when you're talking about plural, Allah Ta'ala just use the masculine form. So if you look, for example, we have ulaika ala hudam min rabbihim wa ulaika humul muflihun, right? So muflihun is in raf, it's masculine, and just ulaika. So that doesn't say muflihun and muflihin, just muflihun, generalized. Muslimun, all the Muslims, right? Muslimun. We just talk like that in general Arabic. We just use the masculine term. Now, let's have a look here. Okay, so Sharifa, Mami. Hello?
Yes, yep.
Right, so in terms of translation, so I've got a few words here. What's the meaning of Muslimun? Right, so it's, okay, we don't need to translate it, submitters, but we'll just leave it as Muslims, right?
Mm.
So we've got here Muslims, right? Kitabun, meaning of Kitabun?
Books.
Just a book, right? Kitabun, right? So book, right? Masjid.
Mosque.
So we've got a mosque.
Masjid.
Right? So you can say mosque or you can just say masjid, no worries. Right?
Well, you have said Muslims.
Sorry, Muslim, you're right. Muslimun is Muslim. Right? Kalamun.
Pen.
Right, so just a pen. Bintun.
Sister.
A girl.
Oh,
Right?
girl.
Sayaratun.
Car.
Ghurfatun.
Kitchen.
No.
Close.
Next to the kitchen.
Cupboard. Cupboard or desk.
No, it's just a room.
A room. Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well done. So we've got the English terminology for this, right? Now let's have a look. I want to say, Mami, if I want to say, this is a Muslim. This is a Muslim. How would I say that?
Hada Muslimun.
Hada Muslimun, right? If I want to say, right, so Hada Muslimun. If I want to say, these are two Muslims, these are two Muslims. What would you, how would you get that? You there? You got me? Mami?
Second, I got it. Hadani
Yes?
Muslimani.
Excellent. Well done. Well done. Brother Muhammad. Muhammad from the Gold Coast.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you? Islam.
Alhamdulillah, brother.
Now, similarly, I want to say, this is a room. This is a room. How would you give me this is a room?
هذا what was the word? غرفة.
Right, so we got here ghurfatun. So you're using your matrix and you're giving me this is a room. You want to repeat it?
هذا غرفاني.
Other, but I just want a room. This is a room.
هذا
me-
غرفة.
Other, so you used your matrix, you went here and you just linked it up with this. Is that what you did?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think you made a mistake? What's different about this ghurfatun? What's different about this? Do you see remember when we done the signs of nouns? What is different about this? Is it a masculine word or a feminine word?
Feminine word.
So then what would you do? You use the masculine and you mix the masculine with the feminine word. So the number has to match and the gender has to match. So I'll give you another try. If I would say this is a room, what would you use? You wouldn't use the masculine one. You wouldn't use ada, would you? What would you use?
هذه غرفة.
Awesome. Awesome. That's it. Simple as that. So you just go to the feminine section because that's a feminine word and you just match it up. هذه غرفتun. Right?
Inshallah.
Brother Asif, these are 2 rooms. These are 2 rooms. Awesome. Atani ghurfatani. Well done. Junaid, that is a pen. That is a pen. Yes. Easy. Well done. Okay. Hafid Ahmad, that is a car. That is a car. So we've got car here at the bottom. That is a car. Sayaratun, that is a car. Which one? I just want one car. One car only. Awesome. So all you do is you just match it up 1 for 1. 1 for 1. So tilka sayaratun. Right, Brother Salman. Those are 2 cars. Yes. So what would you do first? First, you'd eliminate the kasratain, right? So you'd eliminate it to make it dual, right? And this feminine ta, you take it off, you put a normal ta, and what you do? Sayara, pom, ani, aini. It's fine. Ani, aini. Okay. Ani, aini, tani, taini. What's the feminine word? Sayara, tani. Easy. Ani, aini, tani, taini. Easy. So you lock it in, right? Let's look at Sarah. I want to say that is a girl. That is a girl. So the girl is what? Bintun, right? Bintun. Go to your matrix. That is a girl. Tilka bintun. Why tilka? Because it's feminine word. And bintun is a feminine word, although it doesn't have the feminine ta, but it's a feminine word by default. Make sense? Everyone okay with that? Okay, so like I said, the most common one you're going to get in front is Molarika. Okay, but you need to know these ones because they do come up from time to time. Everyone all right with demonstrative pronouns? right? So in your book, you have relative pronouns. So we're going to do the 7th one now. We're going to finish up the signs of nouns, inshallah, before Isha. We know we've got nouns out of the way in our pocket, right? Auntie, in your pocket?
Almost.
Almost, mashallah, mashallah. If auntie's got it in a pocket, everyone should have it, right? So let's have a look. Relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are pretty similar to the previous ones we've done. Demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative are pointing, right? They are pointing, so near and far, this and that. Relative pronouns, think of it of a joining word. It links something to another word. So in a sentence, you'll have something where you have a relative pronoun. So let's read up on here, right? The relative pronoun is one that introduces a relative cause, an entire sentence to relate it to a larger sentence in which it is incorporated. In English, these are who, what, which, that, and so forth. For example, as-sama'u madlumatun, the sky is dark, is an entire sentence, right? But in Arabic, you can have a phrase where you can say, the sky, that which is dark. So you have words, for example, here, if you look in your book on page 12, we have alladhi, alladhani, alladhina for masculine. We just stop with that and finish. Okay, so similarly, we have masculine and feminine, right? So alladhi, when alladhi comes in the Quran, it means the one who, he who, or that which, depending on the context. Depending on the context, whether it's animate, inanimate, what it is about, right? So the one who, the one which, or he who, or that which we can translate it as. Then we have Al-Adhani. So similar to what we had before, we had Hada, Hadani. So just adding the Ani. Alladhi, Al-Adhani, Alladhina. The most common one in the Quran will be Alladhina. Second most common, Alladhi. Right? So you have Alladhi. So you have Alladhina, right? Alladhi, Alladhani, Alladhina. So easily when you see it in the Quran, the one who, those who, and all those who, right? Alladhina. Feminine, allati, allatani, allati. I don't think there's allati anywhere in the Quran, if I'm not mistaken, right? But the most common you can remember is alladhi and alladhina for masculine, right? And if it's for human beings, you have man, and for inanimate objects, you have ma. Now you might ask, ma, you've seen it in your other list before. So ma can be a sign of a noun, as in this context, it can be a relative pronoun. It can be negation. Remember we had fa'ala. Everyone remember fa'ala? Today, what does fa'ala mean? That man did. Right, he one man did, right? Now what if you want to say, he one man didn't do? Ma fa'ala. So your ma can be used as a noun. It can be used as a particle, a negation particle, and can be used as another particle. Anyone knows? Anyone knows what else ma can be used for? Anyone else know what ma can be used for? You know it. Junaid, you know it. Ma. What else is ma used for? A question. Ma ismuka. What is your name? Ma taf'alu. What are you doing? So three things ma can be used for. How are you going to know which ma is what when you get to the Quran? Whether it's a negation, it's a question, or it's a noun. Right? Depending on the context. There's tricks to it. It's very easy. Right? So you have ma fa'ala. It's not asking what he one man did. It's he one man didn't do it. Okay, so this one here, all you got to do is make sure you go through this, read it over and again, and when we come back from Isha, we can do some, we still got some time. Okay, so we got, this one there isn't much where we can do any examples, but we're going to go through the Quran and look at some examples now, right, before Isha, inshallah. Let's look at, let's go to our Quran, right, our exercise book. So we got Alladhi, Al-Adhani, Alladhina, right? Let's see how we can match up what we learned today. We've got the relative pronouns and the descriptor, what is the other? Demonstrative. Right, so we've got the two. So let's have a look here. Let's see if what we learned works into, put it into context and see if it really works. Are we really getting somewhere? Or have we wasted 2.5 weeks? Sarah, have we been wasting our time here, or do you think we're getting somewhere? Is our foundation building now? Can you feel it building? Are you ready to get into the Quran, Brother Salman? We're getting ready, right? So let's look, for example, what we've learned so far, right? So when we look, you don't need to write on your Quran books because we are going to go through some. Just bring this as an exercise, just to encourage you to hang in there. The other 2 weeks and within the Quran, right? So let's have a look what we've got. We've got Dhalika. We learned Dhalika today, didn't we? So Dhalika Kitabu, that book. That book. When we learned Dhalika today, you can apply it, right? And then we've got Al-Ladina. We just learned it now. So here Allah Ta'ala is saying, that book, no doubt, is in it a guidance for the God-fearers. Now we've got Al-Ladina. What does Al-Ladina mean? Al-Ladina means? Those who. Right, okay, come back to our Quran. So Allah Ta'ala is saying, that book, no doubt, is in it a guidance for the God-fearers. Who are the God-fearers? So like I told you, it joins sentences. So the God-fearers are those who are doing what? Believing in the unseen. They are establishing the salah. Those who, from what we are spending, what we are providing them, they are spending. Right? Allah Ta'ala is not finished. Who else? And again, and those who. So it's joining again. And those who, they are believing in what was sent down to you, right? Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and what was sent down from before you. And in the year after, they are certain. Then we come here. Look at this. Ulaika. Go back to our Nahu book. Right? Where did we find Ulaika? We had it in your demonstrative pronouns. Ulaika. Brother Hafi, you were asking me the other day. Right? So we have Ulaika for male and female. Those, what are they? They are upon a guidance from their Lord. And Ulaika, those, what are they? The successful ones. Thus is in Raf, it is in masculine, but it's referring to male and female. So what you learned today already found it in the first 5 ayats of Surah Baqarah. Nice. Everybody okay with it? MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Okay, so we'll break for Isha now, and we'll come back inshallah ta'ala by latest we're going to start this 4:15. See you shortly, inshallah. Akhiru da'wana, alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum. Give me 1 second. Yes.
Can you just show us how you saw it's in this graph again?
Which one? The muflihun or which slide?
In this purple circle.
The purple circle. Okay.
Purple circle.
Sure. Done. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Dani, can you hear me? Okay. Be back. Alhamdulillah. Right, so we've got, so Junaid's asking about muflihun. So let's take simple, Junaid. Let's take, for example, what we know from our examples we've been using. Muslimun, right? So when we go with our ani, aini, tani, tani, una, ina, remember how it goes? So now we've got Muslimun, right? Now we want to make it two Muslim men, right? So we've got, let's do this. Let me make it easy for you, right? We've got Ra, we got Nasjar, right? We got Raf, Nasjar, female, Raf, Nasjar, that's male, right? So we got Muslimun. What are two Muslim men? How do we get two Muslim men in Raf? Right, two Muslim men in Raf becomes, so you take away the tanween there, Muslimani. That is Raf, right? And if you want to make it Nasb or Jar, so Muslimaini, easy, right? So it becomes with a ya and a noon. That will become Nasb or Jar, Muslimaini. Then, so we got ani, aini out of the way. Then for feminine is tani, taini. For masculine, una, ina. Una, ina. Have you got una, ina for masculine again? Huh? Is that what you said? And that was in Raf. There you answered your own question. Una. It's in Raf. The end casing was una, so Raf, and this one is end casing is una, becomes Raf. Muslimuna, muflihuna, mu'minuna.
So even without the sukun on the wow,
Yes.
it's accepted.
Yes. Makes sense? Right? So they are the successful ones. And so whenever you see that una, ina, atun, atin, you know it's going to be from the number scale. Okay? But you're just going to calculate your rough, juggle your hands. Muflihun will be falaha. Yeah. Right? But we'll get to that. Right? So the meme, inshallah, Brother Ali will do that on Wednesday. Before I forget, Brother Ali is going to send a message on your group for the Hansway dictionary. You need to download the Hansway dictionary. He'll send you the link. He'll send you the Play Store and the Apple one for Hansway dictionary. Because you're going to learn how to use the dictionary on Wednesday, inshallah. On your phone. So make sure you've got internet and you've got your phone. Mahmoud, can you bring your phone on Wednesday? Okay, bring it with you. Make sure there's internet on there. Sorry? What's that? Oh, she doesn't have a pen code. Bring it then. So we, Brother Ali will send you the link, right? So you'll need to download the dictionary, Arabic dictionary, and we'll teach you how to use it. Right? So until you understand why the una, you already understand the una. It's already extra, auntie. You're asking the una, it's already extra, and we'll show you how the meme becomes extra, and you just left the falaha. Yes, it's just the added one, right? So meme will be added, you'll get a ya added, we'll do that also on Wednesday. We'll show you the added letters and how it works and how to break it down to find the root letters. So it will get easier, inshallah, once we give you the root letters. So once we've taught you root letters, you learned the signs of nouns, you've learned the Madi, Mudar, you've learned everything, then maybe you don't need us anymore. Maybe by 2 weeks' time, you can say goodbye. Huh? I wouldn't do that. That's the beauty of the Quran. Every time we think we know something, we realize how little we know. Okay, so we've done this. So you all seen how nicely everything fitted into place. So what we learned today. So if we look at it, let's just have another look here and see what we've got. From what we've learned already, right? So if we're looking at what we've seen we got the Dalika, which we learned today. But the Dalika, which we learned today, Kitab, we already know Kitab. Now what is this fi? Fi is a particle. We already learned what the particle is, and there's an attached pronoun. So how much we've learned? We've learned the tanween, right? We learned what is a noun already, right? Here's another particle. Al-Adhani we learned today. We learned Al-Adhani today, right? So here's our Ulaika we learned today. Let's have a look for the other ones we learned would be ma and man, right? So we learned, if we look here, we've got hada, hadani, haulai, we've got, so dalika we found already, dalika kitabu, we found ulaika already, mashallah, right? So we've got that already example. Then we found alladhina already, ma and man. Let's see if we've got an example of ma and man. So you understand how this works. Don't get confused with ulaika and alladhina. Ulaika is to point to something. Ulaika is ulaika, those are the, but alladhina is to join the sentence together. Those who are doing this, those who are doing that, right? They are joining sentences, right? So let's go back to our Quran. Let's see if there's a ma and a man. So we've got here, here's it here. So we've got waminan nasi, here's a man. Here's a man. Man yakulu, right? Waminan nasi man yakulu. And from the people is he who. Because it's a human being, from the people is he who. So that's how it joins the sentence. From the people is he who. He who is doing what? Etc. He who is saying something, right? So we got that, mashallah. Before I forget, on page 15, let's have a look here. Okay, I'll show you something else. There's another one here. Okay, so we've got here on page 15, we've got فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَنْ تَفْعَلُوا فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ الَّتِي. Now what's going on here? We've got a feminine word. Why is there a feminine word? What's happening? Because we've got all supposedly masculine words. So remember, the gender has to match. The gender has to match. Now in your book, you've got allati. Allati is supposed to be for something feminine. Allati is supposed to be for something feminine. So how come we don't have a feminine word here? How come it's not following the pattern? Anyone know? You see this fire? Fire by default is a feminine word. Just like how we had bintun, bint, it's a feminine word. Don't have a feminine ta, it's a feminine word. So here it's the fire, right? The fire, that which, right? So continuing, this is your subject, the fire, that which. What about the fire? That which its fuel is people and stones. Prepared for who? The disbelievers. Allah not make us wrong among them, inshallah. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَنْ تَفْعَلُوا فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ الَّتِي, the fire that which. Okay. Now my other problem, what I wanted to say, my main point of coming, I almost forgot, is that please check your books. Some of them had an extra fatha. Check your books on the there was an extra fatha. I think Sister Safina, I think she's got an extra fatha on page 15. And some of the books. Just everybody check your Excel book. Page 15, the allati, there's an extra fatha, it becomes allatiya. That fatha is not supposed to be there. Sorry, it was a misprint. We only picked it up on the second round of printing. So it's just that one. If there's any other, Hafid Ahmed, Hafid Mahmoud, If you see any other mistakes, just let me know. We did go through it, but if there's anything else, just let us know, please. Am I right? Is that Sister Sakina? Is they all left okay? Yeah, so everyone else okay? Okay, anyone on online, if anyone finds it? Just the extra fata, right? Some books will have it. So give us inshallah. Small mistake. Okay. Everybody okay with what we've done so far? Makes sense. If you're not 100% convinced that you feel what's happening, you're not confident yet, don't worry. Just like how we went through that first few ayats, again, when we get in the Quran, we're going to redo it, we're going to go over it, we're going to show you what is near, what is far, ba'id and kareem. We're going to go through the demonstrative nouns. Okay, everyone else online? Everyone seems to be okay? I hope I unmuted. Yeah, okay. Okay, nice. Okay, for the next half an hour, what we need to do is scales. So let's go to scales. So we've done the Mahdi. Everyone's okay with fa'ala for now, right? Brother Muhammad from Gold Coast.
Yes, brother.
How are you with your scale? Have you been practicing?
Mafi.
So, okay, look in your book. Let's go through it. Right, so you got the fa'ala scale, right? The fa'ala scale, you want to give it a go? Just rattle the scale.
فعل فعل فعلوا
Right.
فعلت فعلتا فعلنا
Yes.
فعلت فعلتما فعلتم
Yes.
فعلتي فعلتما فعلتن فعلت فعلنا.
Well done. Well done. Okay, so if I were to tell you, instead of fa'ala, do daraba. Can you do daraba?
ضرب ضربا ضربوا.
Yes.
All of it?
Yeah, carry on. So look, you can look at what you got here. So you've done the daraba, daraba, darabu. You just need to change those letters. What would it be?
ضربت.
Yes.
ضربتا.
Yes.
ضربنا.
Darabna.
ضربنا.
Yes.
ضربت.
Yes.
ضربتما.
Yes.
ضربتم.
Yes.
ضربتي.
Yes.
ضربتما. ضربتن.
Yes.
ضربت.
Yes.
ضربنا.
Nice, beautiful. Okay. Let's see one where the haraka changes. So it's going to be sami'a. Sami'a. Right? Everyone ready? Let's do this one together. Right? Everyone ready? Right? Sami'a, sami'a, sami'u, sami'at, sami'ata, sami'na, sami'ta, sami'tuma, sami'tum, sami'ti, sami'tuma, sami'tunna, sami'tu, sami'na. Easy. Right. Okay. Now what we're going to do, let's see if we can find, I want to give you some other words. So we've got Sister Zuha.
Yes.
Let's try jalasa. Right? Jalasa is to
Okay.
sit. Right? So we want to make it past tense. It will be jalasa will mean, the first one will be in English.
Sat.
Right? So just he, one man sat, right? So let's see if you can
Yes.
do that whole scale with jalasa.
Okay. Jalasa, jalasa, jalasu, jalasat, جلستا جلسنا
Yes.
جلست جلستما جلستم جلستي جلستما جلستن جلست جلسنا.
Excellent. Excellent. So as soon as you get to the fa'alna, so from fa'alna, so everything goes smooth up until fa'alna. And then once you catch that one, again, it goes smooth again. So well done. You've done that one. Good, mashallah. Jalasta, right? Okay, let's get one of the ladies. Khalaqa. Auntie, you want to do khalaqa? Khalaqa. Khalaqa. So look at open your book. If you look on there, let me open it for you, make it easy for you, right? So what I'll do, right? So you see the pattern, it's fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu. Do the first three. Khalaqa, khalaqa, khalaqu. Just the first three. Right, yes, sir? Yes. Yes. Khalaqna. Right. Now this one's easy. Khalaqta, khalaqna. Right. Okay. Khalaqta. Right. Khalaqta. Yes. Iktuma. Yes. 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 Now the feminine. Khalaqti. Yes. Tunna. And for yourself, yes. Mashallah. Mashallah. Excellent. Okay, well done. So what we're going to do now, I think everyone's okay with the Mahdi scale, right? Let's look at Nasara. Nasara. Ishtiyar, what does Nasara mean? Right. Now what if he was helped? What if the man was helped upon? He, one man, helped, but what if he was helped? What if someone helped him? No. So remember, fa'ala was fu'ila. Nasara, nusira. You want to try the scale?
Nusarna, Nusirta.
So don't get confused with the word nusira, nusira, nusiru.
Yeah. Okay. Nusira.
Yes.
Nusira.
Yes.
Nusiru.
Yes.
Nusirtu.
Nusirat.
Nusirat.
Yes.
Nusirata.
Yes.
Nusirna.
Yes.
Nusirta.
Yes.
Nusirtuma. Nusirtum.
Yes.
Nusirti.
Yes.
Nusirtuma.
Yes.
Nusirtunna.
Yes.
Nusirtu. Nusirna.
Excellent. Excellent. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do now? Okay. So these words that we've got here. So everyone online is going to do raja'a, right? You're going to do raja'a the Mahdi just in your groups, and you're going to go do ruji'a, ruji'a, right? To return. He, one man, was returned, right? Raja'a, he returned. He, one man, was returned. So we'll do that for online. If you break out into your groups, just get it. Everyone get a chance in your group. Raja'a and ruji'a. Raja'a and ruji'a, inshallah. Right, for in class, do kasara and kusira. Kasara, kusira. Okay, click on your screen and you can go into the room, inshallah. Kasara and kusira. Salman and Shia can do it. You guys can do it together. Right, so get a chance to do it. So kasara means to break, right? He was broken, right?
Dear Daddy, we can hear.
Yes, I pressed it.
Yeah, we
I
can hear.
pressed it and it says select a microphone.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me, Fatima?
Gee, mommy, we can.
Fatima, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Everyone can hear you.
Eliza, tell Daddy we can hear her. Okay, Sister Zuash.
رجع رجعوا رجعت رجعت رجعنا رجعت رجعتما رجعتم رجعتي رجعتما رجعتن رجعت رجعنا. Do you want to do the rujia scale, Zakaria?
I can try it. Rujia, rujia, ruji'u.
Yep.
Ruji'at, ruji'ata, ruji'na. رجعت رجعتما رجعتم رجعتي رجعتما رجعتن رجعت رجعنا.
MashaAllah. Brother Muhammad, you want to do the raja'a?
رجع رجع رجعوا رجع رجع.
Yep.
رجعنا رجعت رجعتما رجعتم رجعتي رجعتما رجعتن رجعت رجعنا.
Inshallah. I'll do the rujia scale. رجع رجع رجعوا رجعت رجعتا رجعنا.
connection.
This message and say my speaker now. Message.
No, but I'm on the internet.
No.
Message who?
Here.
Shh, I don't need my speaker to be on. It's okay.
No, they won't hear you.
Mute. Okay, no one told me I'm on mute. Thanks. Okay, online students, everyone okay? So from what you've done, you should be able to take any three-letter word and be able to make it into a verb on a scale, right? So fa'ala you've done, sami'a where the haraka is a kasra. Now what about if it's a dama, ba'uda, right? Everyone okay? Ba'uda, Sister Zua? Give
Yes.
ba'uda a try.
Okay.
Ba'uda.
Bauda, bauda, baudu, baudat, baudata, baudna, baudta, baudtuma, baudtum, baudti, baudtuma, baudtunna, baudtu, baudna.
Right. Well done. So any three-letter word, whichever way the middle letter, whether it's a dama, fatha, or kasra, it should be fine, right? Who wants to try if it's unknown, majhoel, on ba'uda, majhoel? Who's ready to put their hand up? Are you ready, Mahmoud? Ba'uda, majhoel. What will ba'uda, majhoel become? Ba'uda, right? So what does ba'uda mean? He became distant. So the word ba'id, you remember we did qareeb and ba'id?
Sorry, Fahim. Fatima
Yes.
can't hear you.
She can't hear me.
Yeah.
Can't talk any louder.
Okay. She said she can hear everyone else. She can't hear you.
Okay, maybe because I'm a husband, that's why she doesn't want to hear me. On purpose. Okay, it's fine. Sort it out later tonight.
Your mic was. Is it okay? Okay. Maybe no dinner for me now. Should have kept quiet. Fish and chips or something tonight? Go out for dinner. Anybody got food for me? I think my wife's not going to open the door. Ali, any sleeping place? Okay, ba'uda, right? Ba'uda, he became distant. So we had ba'id and kareeb. You remember?
When I say do switch to phone audio or leave computer audio?
We can hear you.
No,
Fatima.
just two people. Or
Fatima,
test speaker and microphone. Medina, what was I?
Right. Okay. I don't know. Right. So anyway, ba'id and kareeb. Remember we did ba'id and kareeb. Ba'id was far, kareeb was near.
You know you're unmuted.
Let me see.
I
I'll just
muted
leave.
you.
No, I know how to do it.
You know you're unmuted.
I muted you. Can you hear me?
No, we can hear you.
You can hear me? They can't hear me. Good. I'm getting dinner tonight. Okay. Nice. Okay. Ba'id and kareeb. Kareeb was hada with this, right? Kareeb was this. Ba'id was far. So the same root letters. Ba'uda. He became distant, right? He was made distant. What become? Bu-i-da. Mashallah. You're going to give the whole scale. You can look at the board. You don't need the board. Oh my God. Okay.
بعيدة بعيدة بعيدو بعيدت بعيدتا بعدنا بعدتا بعدتما بعدتم بعدتي بعدتما بعدتنا بعدتو بعدنا.
Wow, mashallah, mashallah, excellent. Okay, so what we've got, I think we're going to say goodbye to the fi'al madi scale. On Wednesday, we're going to start the future. And we're going to add an extra word to make it present and future. Fa'ala, He, one man, did. Yaf'alu. He, one man, will do. You add a ya in front. What I'm going to do now, since a few people haven't been doing homework, what we're going to do, I had some homework, and I'm going to go into breakout rooms again. Let's do the homework in class, right? So I'll give you a break for today. I know everyone's busy, but ideally I'd prefer homework to be done. So I'm giving you a lifeline, inshallah. Let's do today's homework in class. So those of you that are online, actually everyone would have received this on the WhatsApp. So go through this as a group, inshallah. In class as well, you can go through as a group. I'll put you back into breakout rooms and try and finish it. You've got 10 minutes before we finish class. Try and finish this, inshallah, right? Just click the join button. Should work. No, I didn't know. That's right. So just do it in class. Just write it on a piece of paper in class. So you've got your all those ladies hit. Write the answer in your book. Work together. All those ladies hit. So what is hit? Daraba. Right. So all those ladies hit. So you go daraba, daraba, daraba. Go through your scales and see how what you come up with, inshallah. Right. So just write your answers down.
Can you just make that a bit bigger?
Right. So okay.
Right. Okay, so Auntie Khurshid, basically you would have received this on your WhatsApp. So you can fill this in later, inshallah, and send it on the group and we'll mark it for you. So just remember the known and the unknown. So you got all those ladies hit. So daraba is your vocab, right? And then rufi'a is the unknown. So rufi'ata, it's in your book on page 40 something, inshallah.
No, go to that mute button or the speaker. You have to just press the speaker button off the screen. Okay, stop. Yeah, you're screen like that. Okay, stop.
No.
Sorry, I can't see clearly.
It's on your phone as well. I sent it on the phone in the group. If you can't see, which one are you looking for?
I was just trying to get close over there.
Which one are you looking for? Which?
What's the second one?
Rufi'ata? Yeah, so if you bring your phone in, it's on your phone as well. So.
Oh.
Okay. Rufi'ata?
The code of is being raised.
Yes, to raise. Yes, yes, yes. Which one you need, Junaid?
What is the meaning of? Yeah, that's one.
Okay, I'm gonna change it now. You okay?
Electronic book. Can you send that to me?
Yeah. Why?
So I can check it on my phone when I'm gone.
You're taking a book with you?
Not all the time. Just these days.
Okay, I talk to you now. Yes.
And the second thing to ask you, so you know how you're putting the homework like all on that WhatsApp, but then everyone else is also replying to show their homework. Can we save that homework somewhere else, like the lessons? So like, you know how you put on the Google Drive the recordings? Can we put something like in the Google one, just to separate it, so I don't have to scroll through like 40 minutes?
You save it yourself. No, then you got to save it yourself. Save it on your phone. Just go download and into your download folder.
Yeah, but I have to see it. Like this one I missed. I saw one of the things that you put on the homework, the other sheets I didn't see. It might be me because I didn't remember.
Okay, you need to go? Okay, no worries. Okay, so what we'll do now, whatever you didn't finish, you've got till tomorrow night, right? So no pressure. Do what you can tonight. Try and take pictures and send it through tomorrow night finished, inshallah. It's important that you do this homework because after this, we're going to move into the future tense. Okay, everyone online, hope everything was okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.